There in Gilgal, before Yahweh, they made Saul king. So he was anointed before, but now he's anointed king. And God commands Saul to go after the Amalekites, these new group of people. And these people have done wrong in the eyes of the Lord, it says. And God commands, I want you to wipe them out, and I don't want you to take anything from them. Don't take a single spoil of war. Destroy and bury and leave everything behind. And that's not what he does. Instead, he does what Adam and Eve does, and they reach out their hand and they take what God commanded them not to take. That's what Saul does. He takes what he's not supposed to. And so after he does that, Samuel gets wind of it, and so he goes after Saul and kind of berates him a little bit and says, God's not happy with you. And Saul doesn't like this. Saul says to Samuel, I did too pay attention to what Yahweh said, and I carried out the mission on which Yahweh sent me. I brought back Agag, the king of Amalek, and completely destroyed Amalek. But the people, they brought back the spoil, the best of the sheep and the cattle set aside for destruction, to sacrifice to Yahweh your God in Gilgal. So just like Adam, when God said, did you take from the fruit I told you not to? Now Saul, he says, no, the woman you gave me took from it and gave it to me. And Saul's doing the same thing. He's saying, I didn't take. I did exactly what you told me to, God, but the people, they're the ones who took. And then Samuel kind of gives him his little poem. He says, does Yahweh take as much pleasure in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying what Yahweh says? Surely obeying is better than sacrifice, and heeding orders than that of the fat of rams. So Saul says to Samuel, I have sinned. I have violated the order of Yahweh and your words too, because I was afraid of the people and listened to what they said. So he's apologizing, but he's half apologizing. It's still their fault, but I just listened to them. Verse 25, now please pardon my sin and come back with me so that I can worship Yahweh. But Samuel says to Saul, I will not go back with you because you have rejected the word of Yahweh, and Yahweh has rejected you as being king of Israel. It's the same thing that happened in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve. When Adam took of the fruit that he was commanded not to, what happens is there's a separation between God and man. And so that's what's happening. Again, there's this new Adam in a new Garden of Eden, and he's taking something that he's not supposed to. And so what happens is God is creating a barrier between him and man. But what he says, just like in the Garden of Eden, God says, there's hope for you because I'm going to send someone. There's going to be a seed of the woman that's going to come, and they're going to crush the head of the snake. And so that's what God says. Just here, I'm going to give it to a fellow countryman. There's going to be someone else that's going to take the place. And so that's what God does. He's providing a new substitution, a new king.